Just talk a little about the reception that you're getting here and how does this feel here at the open workout with everybody?
I'm loving Canada. I come up here a couple times a year hunting and fishing, and Calgary's no exception. I'm enjoying it here.
So it's fight week, and where's your head at? I mean, what things are going through you right now?
The only thing really going through my head is beating up Hector Lombard. That's what's important this trip, and that's what I'm going to do.
See, coming off your victory over Okami, do you think that victory over Lombard is coming into the organization with a lot of hype, put you right into that title mix?
Absolutely. I feel like a decisive win over Hector has me knocking on Anderson's door.
Do you think you might have one more fight before that, or are you ready for the title shot?
I'm ready for my shot whenever I get it. That's up to the powers that be. We'll see what happens. I'll fight whoever they put in front of me.
The division's gotten a lot of chatter for a long time that no one can challenge Anderson, no one can do this. Now all of a sudden, a lot of names are being thrown out there. You being one of them. Is it fun being right up there in the mix with all these guys and what's become a pretty competitive division?
Well, it's more serious business than fun. It's nice to hear your name in the mix with Anderson, but that's where I want to be. My goal when I came to the UFC, I want to be champion. I want to be the best. And obviously Anderson's been the best for a long time, so whoever can take the belt from him is the #1 guy at middleweight in the world, and I want to be that guy.
We were talking to Hector earlier, and he said after this fight, he's calling out Mark Munoz, which was kind of interesting for us to hear because he said he had some personal issues with us. Yeah, he said he didn't want a title shot right away. If you win this fight, are you going to call out Anderson? Do you maybe want to?
No, I don't call people out. I let my fight performance speak for who my next opponent should be, and whoever the UFC thinks I should fight next, I'll beat up them too. But honestly, it doesn't surprise me that Hector called him out because Hector just loves to fight. And Munoz said a few things that maybe Hector didn't want to hear, so I'm sure that's why he got Munoz put on Hector's hit list.
So what's it mean for you to fight in a co-main event on a big pay-per-view like this?
It means I'm on the right path. I'm where I want to be, fighting co-main event, hopefully main event next, so I'm on the right track.
Does, there's always, with so many guys up there, there's talk about winning decisively, winning, really putting on a show while you win. Does that, whether subconsciously or not, affect the way you go into a fight, thinking, if I knock him out, that Dana might look more kindly on that than, if I grind out, 3 rounds.
Well, that's how you're just supposed to fight. The fans pay their hard-earned money to come and be entertained, and honestly, if I paid money, I don't want to see guys holding each other down, not beating the crap out of each other. So my thought process starts at the beginning of training camp. Whoever I'm training for, I want to finish them. So I train my whole training camp that way. It's not just fight week where I say I need to win decisively. I train to knock people out and submit or do whatever it takes to finish fights.
I've seen a really warm reception for you from after the Countdown show. There was the segment with you and your wife, and she was talking about watching you fights. Is she going to be here? Or
She is. She hasn't come to a fight in a long time, but she will be at this one.
Nice. And what are her thoughts on that? Is she one who cringes or looks away?
Actually, she has become more gun shy for some reason. When I first started fighting, she didn't seem to mind at all, but I don't know if it's because we have more kids now and she's more concerned for my well-being or what, but I'm sure she'll be a bit nervous, but when I finish Hector, that'll all go away.
What is it about Canada? Why are they so crazy about the UFC up there? What do you think?
I just think they like fighting, to be honest. I agree with them. I just enjoy watching people fight, and the UFC has some of the best athletes in the world, so they're going to get a good show.
I've asked most of the other guys. If it came down to a brawl between you two and you had to do a dance-off, who would win? What would be your signature move?
Oh, goodness. I don't know if you can beat a Cuban in the dance-off, can you? I know I certainly can't, so let's not let it go to a dance-off.
Have you been surprised by the way your career seems to have been revitalized, moving down to 185? You went from being in the middle tier of the light heavyweights to now you're right at the top of the middleweights.
Honestly, not surprised. I knew that if I made the drop and was able to make the weight, that I would be a force to be reckoned with, and that's what's happened. My strength carried over from light heavyweight to middleweight. I didn't lose the strength advantage, and that takes care of a lot of problems in fights. If you're the stronger guy, you can make mistakes and get away with it.
That's good. Yep.
All right, thanks, guys.